Hello, Eagles. This is Ms. Culberson, and on behalf of Ms. Llewellyn and myself, I would love to welcome you back to school. I want to welcome all of our virtual learners and their parents to our virtual learning orientation. I'm just going to briefly go over some information regarding our virtual learning that will be taking place this school year. First of all, on behalf of Mrs. Llewellyn and I would love to welcome you back to school. And just a reminder, our online virtual learning classes begin on Thursday, August the 20th. And after this brief overview, your teachers will be giving you schedules and lots of information that will help you to be successful virtual learners. First of all, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about attendance. Just like students who are in person, our virtual learning students will attend class every school day. If a student is ill or unable to attend the virtual classes, a parent should contact the school, and that way we can mark the absence excused in PowerSchool. All of the attendance rules that apply to our in-person learners also apply to our virtual learners. And attendance will be recorded in PowerSchool each day. So we want to make sure that you demonstrate good attendance by attending the online classes and completing your online work. The virtual school day hours are 8 a.m. until 2:15 p.m. And that's the same as the school day. And of course, you will have scheduled breaks, just like you do when you're in real in-person school. You have recess and lunch and those stretch breaks, and you will have that within your schedule as well. Your teachers at each grade level will be going over those schedules with you, letting you know the times that you log in for the virtual instruction that's live and the times that you'll be working independently on tasks. Our virtual instruction will be aligned with the in-person instruction. We want to make sure that our students who are learning virtually are not behind when they're able to return to school. So you will be covering the same standards as our students are that are in person in the building. Now let's talk a little bit about our use of our Chromebooks. Each of you will be assigned a device to use, a Chromebook, and if you already have a device that is checked out to you from Walker County Schools, or if you have a personal device at home, you are able to use those as well. But for every student in Walker County each year, we always sign an acceptable use policy, or an AUP is how that's called in short. That must be signed in order to receive a Chromebook and to access the technology. So by signing this agreement, you acknowledge that the technology will be used appropriately for school purposes and that you are responsible for caring for the devices that are with you in your home. And a paper copy of the AUP will be available for parents to sign when they come to pick up the devices, or if you would like, you can scan this QR code and look through the AUP and even sign that document electronically. It's your choice if you'd rather do it electronically or with paper. Now let's talk just a little bit about caring for your Chromebook. It's always a good general rule for care that you can wipe the computer clean with a cloth and disinfectant wipe, but never spray a cleaner directly onto your device. That will mess your device up. We want to make sure that you keep your device away from any kinds of electronics dangers, such as liquids, food, pets, etc. The next item is, if you encounter any trouble with your device, you should contact your virtual learning teacher via Class Dojo, and directions will be given to you for repair and replacement if necessary. Third, let's talk a little bit about the power supply. Be very, very careful when you are plugging in the power supply to the device. The plugs are pretty delicate with our Chromebooks and they break really easily. So when you're plugging them in and taking them away from the outlet, you want to be very careful not to be gentle with the device. If you encounter trouble with your Walker Schools email, you can call Mrs. Llewellyn. She is our resident tech expert at our school, and I have listed the school number in this presentation, but you can call and ask to speak to Mrs. Llewellyn, and she probably can fix any email issues that you encounter. Finally, let's talk about what to expect at our device pickup day. First of all, a device and a power cord will be issued to your student, and a record will be kept through our online inventory. We'll check it out to you just as we would a library book or some other item. At the device pickup date, you will sign several school documents that are required annually for Walker County students to sign. And finally, at the device pickup date, you will meet your student's virtual teacher and you can ask any questions that you have. Next, let's talk a little bit about communication. Communication between our virtual learners, their parent who's helping them, and the virtual teachers is vital. We must keep that communication going back and forth because that's how our teachers are going to teach you and reach you. Teachers will primarily use Class Dojo to communicate important information to you, so please make sure you are signed up and you are using this tool to check for updates and announcements. Google Classroom is the platform for instruction for all virtual students in Walker County. So your Walker County Schools email, along with a class code that you will receive from your teachers, will allow you to access Google Classroom. Students who are in 3rd through 5th grade, they are already really familiar with the functions of Google Classroom. They've used it in their classroom, so they know very well how to use Google Classroom. In our lower grades, your teachers, your virtual teachers, can walk you through with any questions that you have. Finally, I just want to thank you, and Mrs. Llewellyn and I are going to turn over the 2020 virtual orientation meeting right over to your teachers. Our virtual teachers this year are Mrs. Aldridge and Mrs. Harden. They are working with 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade. Also, we have Mrs. Leslie Miller, who will be our virtual teacher for 1st and 2nd grade. We have Ms. Sheila Ledger and Mrs. Crumley, who are helping with kindergarten virtual learning. And then we have Mrs. Pickard and Mrs. Lewis, who are also supporting our learners through virtual learning, and Ms. Jennifer Smith, who is providing speech services through our to our virtual learners. So all of this team of awesome teachers will help you to learn virtually at home until you are back with us in person. I hope that you are all safe and well and you become excellent virtual learners, and I'm turning it over to your teachers. Thank you.